It was good just to be back and strap the helmet on. Helmet was tight, hasn't been wore for a while, but it was fun to be back out there. And I'll do Indy and all the D-line drills. There's no point in rushing it and getting into contact. I don't need to be ready this spring. I need to be ready in the fall, and we'll just take it day by day with how I feel.
At what point did you feel like you could be asked to go out and do football things again? Was it late in the season, or was it after that?
Naturally, I always, even a couple weeks and you get up out of bed, you feel good. I always feel like I can move around and play, but sometimes you are humbled when you try to do things that you could do before naturally, and it's a little harder. You have to think about it, and it's not comfortable. So it was probably towards the bowl game. I could run around and do a little cutting and planting and stuff like that, but like I said, there's still the football stuff is fluid and happening, but sometimes when I'm asked to do specific stuff in the weight room, that's a little harder because they're testing me and wanting me to prove that it's ready and stuff like that.
When you were watching that defense last year and saw how they were performing, what's your outside perspective? You weren't able to be on the field with them, so what do you think you can do to enhance it?
First you just give credit where it's due. They did a good job at certain times and stepping up. Younger guys all over the field, especially at the end with Deslin and Haba and John. Those guys really made an impact. And I think I can just step in and come back to where I left off. Everybody knows that was at camp, and that was on the team knows where I was at before I got hurt, and they know where I'm at now. And I didn't really lose a step, and it's just going to keep getting better till August when I need to be ready. So I think I'll just continue bringing that knowledge. The guys that were younger now have experience, and they'll just be in the room, and the room will keep getting better. And the same with the back end. We got guys back, and it'll just all flow together and be a better version of last year, in my opinion.
Seeing all those guys like Paris, DeMar, Patrick, they could have gone to the NFL, but they're back. What's that mean to this program to have that kind of continuity going in this year?
I think it's a two-way street. They do it for themselves because you want to get paid more too. There's always opportunity to build your draft stock up, and also there's things here that weren't finished. Defense, we're working on a slogan. We're going to be unfinished business. Last year we were good on the defensive ball at times. We had good stats, but there's games or times when it's not what our new standard is going to be, and I think those guys just want to go out on the right note and get a real ring, a ring that matters, an important one, whether it's in the ACC championship or something after that. So that's really where I think those guys' head was at, and just appreciating being on this team, and that just shows that they want to be here, in my opinion.
How difficult was it for you to not be a part of it, but also doing a little bit of coaching? I was told to help those guys out.
It was definitely hard at times. There's specific moments you remember that were really hard. The first game, the first Panther walk, that was hard, and then like Penn State game because that's the last time we played them. So certain things like that was really hard. But besides that, when you get out on the sideline and the game's going and still get the blood flowing and I'm in the zone like I'm playing almost, and I'm helping those guys and watching the game and wanting to see us win, and them guys do the same. So I'm focused on that. That's not really in my head at that time. I'm focused on winning any way I can help, or whether it's be a cheerleader on the sideline or it's tell guys things that I see and so they can go make a play the next play.
You did both of those things, cheerleader and
Hey, sometimes
coach?
you just got to bring the juice and hype those guys up, because when it turns into tempo and you're tired, you need somebody in your ear that'll help you get through the next couple plays before you can get rest.
Anything final for Rashad before we get to Kenny?
Yeah, Rashad, I saw you retweeted something. It was like top 10 defensive lines in the country, and you guys weren't listed in that. Is that something that you guys feel maybe underappreciated or overlooked in any regard?
I just seen the tweet and retweeted it. I don't know. I guess those are top defensive lines, so they have something we don't at the time, or they have some players that we don't. But I guess we'll see in the fall when the pads come on. And I just know what we got in here, and that's guys that are ready to play, have great technique, and some of the best players in the country. So we'll just see in the fall. It was just a tweet I seen on timeline I thought was interesting.
So you think you'll be full go in August?
I know I'll be full go in August. Yeah,
You're
that's
almost
not a
full go
question.
now, yeah.
Yeah, now would just be kind of pushing it. Like I said, there's no point. We got time. I don't need to be ready to play in the spring ball. I don't have anything to do for that. I'll just take a day at a time and see where we go from there.